Bosumi nyinaa yɛ Ghana bosome nti yɛn suban sɛdeɛ yɛ hwɛ yɛ ahɔhoɔ sɛdeɛ yɛn aduane die ɛteɛ nneɛma a ɛma yɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ no yɛda ho adi de akyerɛ wiase amansan nyinaa ɛsɛ sɛ Ghana fa ne ntoma pa fira nti fi saa bere yi kɔ no a yɛbɛhwɛ kwan a Ghana ɛbɛfa ne ntoma pa afira daa meka mesi yɛ democracy no ɛyɛ a partisan democracy ɛyɛ democracy a political parties ɛna edi mu akotene nti ɛsɛ sɛ baabi a ɔte bi a ɔboa na political parties ni gyina yie na ama wɔn nso wɔn ho ahenhan wɔ anɔpɛ info analytics survey research a wɔn yɛɛyɛ no ɛna mene abidwafoɔ ɛgye brɛ na yɛdi ho nkɔmɔ yɛbisa yɛn ho sɛ yɛba Fourth Republic ni mu no na nte aseɛ ne sɛ the New Patriotic Party ɛyɛ the elite party fact na yɛka sɛ ɛyi Omo akɔ school no na ɛwɔ hɔ na yɛnom abongire fo no nso ɛwɔ party a akanim ɛnei research ahoroɔ ɛne polls ahoroɔ no edi adanseɛ sɛ wɔn akɔ school wɔn akatua no ebi wɔ wɔn nsɛm ni nyinaa no move from the New Patriotic Party ɛkɔ the NDC. Yaboya say even within the religious ethnic group no the Christian community no shifted towards the NDC, the Muslim community no shifted towards the NDC. The oba mebulu no side no so a woman so de won ho ekọ NDC as against the New Patriotic Party and opaya bisa ye ne abedwafo ebedwen ho ye say na so edien na AC Eden na AC ama nipa dodo no a ede won ho ekodom NDC chen se wode won ho ebedom MPP eno na mpanimfo yi agebra ene wo beka yen ho ama yedi dwuman asted ai siapon suku a yenua KOJO asante eyo kyerɛkyerɛ ni wo ho na wo beka yen ho anope KOJO ye mo ache
ya KOJO
Kingsford Opani uzo ansa memoache.
Yemnua.
Sikasem ne adwadie ho nkomo no. Obo ne ho modin wom. Yebeka zo entrepreneur. Ti eja ono nso eye ne business nkakrakra. Opani yedase. Minua nso yo chechire ni o ka education ho niema ochro books. Ochra de ene obo ne ho modin se obaji sika ahye ne botom. Ese ene lawyer for ne doors. Ono nso peso oboa no oboa ye mra no nkyirechire mu di Guardian opeye dase se adisua ni nyina mu wanya bre na woni ye edi dwuma meso uso ansa anopa minisa we ya ansa me sorry ahomache na abrantie bi asend me message na sem bisa ne se onhuni entia bank a woni won eye adwuma no Bank of Ghana ama prime rate na ba form say nkese so obi aho henhan no obeso obi sa say aden na still a bank oni on ye adwuma no bosia no okwaji free wo mo ho no rate no om de charge no say rate na no om gusu a wo mo gye we dey just a wa na obetumi amboy aden na eyesa
well
let me say no say na ade wakwaji bosia say rate na de ma so ana yeso utua na community say wadaroma
okay mentra atiefo na wo mo hwe nso bank bia won nhihye ebi nhye ne say ase oji loan no na say kosoro na no so kosoro ebi nhye ne say kosoro na ba from the osanso ba from nti time bi o be change rate bia na ba wa kwaje bosia no bank na goje mu die hen ana mo no ka ho asem
okay
mu die hen de wo ko na goje lo na wa musalo no policy da ho a ebia na ti se ye ye tiso a sa butua sa wikura ya tiso de omo ntiso ba ye tum omotum kwan bi a no kwasem ni bank esen fa so sisi akakra kwan bi o mfa so di esisi ya ye kwaje bosia ho no to me Say maybe did Bosiano na yetu na wetum dia yetso also teso.
Okay.
But so ye could Bosiano ne wo ho no say ye gia ye kenkan nneema wo ho no. Form of the man, what would be getting. Ya botina ka den getting there akese no. Right there where the young get to palm your time. I can't get one. Policy in pa na ho ya tashe. But now say be open tem da ko adwuma nti no oje ya so in 24 hours nti papa no assign. Unya sign wi a o da ho ma chokon and dey den ya o ka obi a ntimi ka bima. The policy na e was a particular loan no. Where types of loan mo. Loan na wo kwaje no ho nkata asem no kinkan. E wontimi a po bi a wonim die. Na omwa. Na on kan just sa lie we. Asem say ana wonti ase a san kom ho se lie we. Wonche mase. In fact kaya enjemu se ko se ye do tena ho. Na banka na chechew word for word bia ya cho bia. Aya nya sa. Ana ye ko je so ye so musa.
See, ye ahunye hia mu ne de kwaje bosia no nti ye kone omunya kase ya approve disbursements na shase ye kura
nti afa ahunye hia na nkoma ho nkwokyere wan hwe a odi ahunye hia mu na kototo ahunye hia mu na e den kura che ne akoto mu no na wo mu no nti nya mbotere kakra na policy je won krata na kenkan la bi ho na wonti ase a go back. Anapo nim die no nchechero. Ghana ha problem no. Ye ko san de ntan kenkan. Wo se ba say you say no de chero na auto sign. Na also sign. San wa san e fa wo se unim ana unim o. Wonya san de chese de obia wo tiase. Enti ji ade no ji form no. Okọ age. Okọ fie. Na da ho no kan. Answer no sign.
I don't know because no offer. No we say oh boss na mo loan da say. Was you 19%. No kind na oh any dey na we here. It was the money board na no so chose you are
19% on what?
Honestly,
On what?
majority of Ghanaians don't go into details of how the payments look like.
And yeah, era sha ko wie. Unya 90% now of what? 90% to prove 90% of what? Then payment term na saying na bi si asan
nti ye will be wo ho a prime rate no eso te no ebe ma wo
de no
nso so beti
atubete e wo so be gina ho a
okay
ejina o se loan bia your policy cover that loan.
I see.
Loan bia wo bank bia no or policy guiding it. Eni nya bo change policy nya na kan and now ask questions. If we on kan a ubusa questions a bo say wo cheche mu no na ebe leader na question na ubusa na wo cheche mu bo za we dey okay me ba. What I say? But so musa hwe yes 90.5 na 90%, 20%. Now compare every day akoya no. Bia mko ya menya be 40%. The 20% they say normal. Ni menya for so. For me. Bi was o probu ya ebia nka obenya no na wana. Aye lesser than that.
I see. Because o can say o gidi say eno nso ka ho na adwadifo no dodo no a entity o mo niam so. Because o mo no na o mo kwaje ye no.
Yes.
Ye ji wo mo a na ye ji wo. Nti onhu se o te ne niam so.
The problem war system no here. As ye wu se niam bi koso no. Niam bi so koso. Wo ye wo ye ho dwuma no. Wo se eno so abehiem enti do ya te plan with there. Ye nte skwa nkaye. Oh yes. Bi ha more my office. I'm at 1,000 a month. Now, we talk 3,000, 3,500 a month.
O say
I'm at 1,000 a month. Now, we talk 3,000, 3,500 a month. Electricity.
Oh.
And
then na dey about office o.
nothing. We have a count. The beyond change near Tiana. And I'm trying moving from electricity to solar. My young man, you are, and I'm moving from electricity to solar. Because branch my come here solar no. You better than say marry me or light no so. And in fact, though bankers no when we say above from there, but some part no as I say air rise. And don't compare abishim so that change.
All right. Anti pacho wasem bisa no minim se muaye no eyema ode a de wo mu ane se yem parking kan na ne ye nti ase no so yema ye nkyire ye mu sa nkyire mu ne ba ebeboa ma se ulo no ne ma so te a yete so mawa na wahu se de ete. I'm sure that I have a few bankers within my space. Di mekwa oni omo nso be di nkomo na omo mahu se de ne ma na ete. No credit say loan amaje we are seeing now my first television I'm a toy. That was somewhere 1994 na beje me loan to my first color television 14 inch say baby am here adwuma no bank
Clear dikopo.
Sa brand dey say na 14 inch ai e kai say LG na ja GC wa
Brantepa.
Say
I'm gonna guy you.
Adwuma usika fa bank there. That's bank na dey ama na omo tete afeso ye na tese eja yetimi atu ya wi anu achi de ye nkopa ebosen abo nyame ne ye di ne ye anopai enkomo a info analytics dey aba no mini kan mi sa say eye mumu bi nwanwa na research no mde ababonti na eye mumu bi nwanwa ansa na yakwa asem ni ti na so
Me die enye me nwanwa.
nwanwa
Me die enye me nwanwa.
okay ye beba bi di nkomo na
Yeah,
fu kojo eye nwanwa
Dabi.
unso enye nwanwa I see God unso enye nwanwa
Enye me nwa ba kokra. Me hu ya kra che. Ansa na o.
ene na tese mo hwe ne ma bi si a mo mo ya mane o because I mean the Fourth Republic started on the note of MPP being an elite party.
Exactly.
NDC being more like bugaru niema omu yombi bia sa. So if 30 years going into 40 years, there's a research that says that educated elite, shifted towards the NDC. Ethnic card and they are moving towards the NDC. And Mabruno na omoya attracted to the New Patriotic Party are now moving towards the NDC. AFIA religious groups even the Muslim community tilted towards the NDC. The Christian community doing say what is going on? There is Kojo.
Kojo, me da se mamencha wahwefo ne adofo nyina no pay. Na Kojo sane odi kabusa na nya me mama. Sane also wa chire MPPK, we saw them as some middle class, well attracted to educated at least because when they came, look at the kind of people that came. Dr. Kofi Kunedua Preku, J.H. Mensah, these were lawyers, these were high-class, educated people, and that's how they actually began, President Kofi time, so on. And let me say most of them were also of age. Now, as I'm penning for a crowd womb, but when you have such class of people, the only way I'll be to attract youth no year. Youth policies that draws the youth closer to you because naturally conform that position no also even approach maybe difficult so initially what was na NPP attracted more educated and towards the party by the time no On the after President Kufuor's rule, and now rule Ibesino, the way we saw, okay, the way Mills also came with NDC, brought youth in terms of the ministerial positions and leadership. So, and the MP before no, let me say, under President Kufuor, not the number of youth and the women, no, papa, penny four, above 60, 70, holding political offices, most of them. So, that was the time. Though President Kufuor did well by bringing the youth employment money to attract the youth. But what was the result? The youth employment, any other pro-youth policies are MPP diamond. Sometimes it looks so nice on paper, but its implementation so far has been problematic. And the youth employment that the President Kufuor, I say, Maya no mutimi fee that time. Yeah, minimum. Some of them work at CAT for other institutions for almost 8 months. They were never paid. Their money never came. A bad district assembly hall, sometimes scano why jumana cha scana bedruno. Then over the perform for crowd man and human being the do are almost swelling names, you know. So one of the major things that Ama MPP lose the youth population is corruption in the youth policies. Over the youth program, but almost a few people hijack it. Na omo tong, no basa. It is sometimes on paper, almost on the and implementing this youth policy, it brought about this, but oko grounder. One kasana obuko no much. Let's look at the recent youth employment NAPCO. It was a 9 because it was a bridge to actually sustain any PBA na omutitifia at that time, at least to absorb you. But it should be short term. And look at the exit. Free more, some of them didn't get their small allowance for several months. So, we more. Apart from the youth policy, but the way they implemented it didn't help the youth. Let's talk about leadership. MPP leadership no aye bourgeois and kokрафo no we perceive say koma kobo omo bere wie omo ba appointment no is say obetena chire adirect youth no they still want the positions. What again anado government ya nansi omukoya. What do you the number of old men in their 70s and 80s are the home. Safamavo is one. Got my minimum plus what? Planting for food and jobs every year. How old is he? Okay. These are Nipa. Do baby no come naturally. Oh, let's study other democracies now. Obama made the president now 47, but Clinton 46. Why is it that we are still looking at people in their 72, 78? So far in US, one more year, so what Joe Biden and current Donald Trump. Look at the way they are running the country. Oh, it tells you, sir, Obrano, Udru baby, as a university lecturer, what is 60 years? That's what about Kokona. Fee. VC, what is 60 years? And be vice chancellor. Now, somebody who cannot manage a university at that age or corporate president in 70s, between running presidency and you will be a vice chancellor. That means, as a country, we don't take the presidency and the political offices serious. When we think there, we can give it to Nkokrafua by standard, they should be on pension, rather run the country. And then we tell young people, 60 years or what, just let's say KMB or some Bibiana easy on.
Yes, but we are looking at a new patriotic party that introduces a free SHS system. Say it was supposed to attract
exactly
such
youth policy, but the way it is implemented. Also, we share free SHS, for instance. The concept is nice. You bring so many people into it. But look at the problems that are also associated. You see, policy should go with research. almost 30 free SHS no. That concept of free SHS and its way forward. Everywhere education sector. I didn't see a clear-cut policy towards the future. No, it depends in there. Maybe boy, of course, school program need 2 months. No, I better 4 months. Eventually, we run the classes. The more crowd, better 4 months. The more danger school fees now come here. It did the cost didn't go. It did that's why I said Nipa be cool school no. But eventually, the product coming out. And I go you Ghana for the way you see when you man. Sometimes minimum how politicians when you are bringing more people from school and then they come and stay home jobless. Any pardon, the rate befi school now the coin. The rate befi. So, enti, omu leaving school now. From there, what is the next policy?
Could you mess up?
Thank you.
Those answer. Also, a young one.
Oh yeah.
I didn't say young one. This is a party, an elite party. They are more attracted to the youth. They come and create business, which means in Kofonia Jumaye. Okay. Then I'm no party. They say a honor is
okay. Say. Oko me try bonten me di classroom ti you go class on na yidi onkomo di me ka go class onkomo no bi
That's it.
Nia omo kan say there's more opportunity in the NDC than MPP.
There are more opportunities. NDC a chain MPP. Omo chire mu say
on say NDC for no e wo bibi say NDC ni NDC dia.
NDC ni NDC for dia.
Ana se mo bibia NDC for no so ma wo. And ntin na ma sa ma me na ada na discuss fe say.
Anita di so.
Ani abre no. Ntra. Enti won say adwene say oh, ma me nko say youth no de say opedo be de ewu. Opedo be de ewu. Nti ba bia oya ne say obenya bibi no. Na hono wateteko. Not the fact say ebipa ope party do. But now the between be NDC.
And they vote.
And then now they are trying to become a few. So they are going there for what they can get. Not the fact say odo NDC no you omo do NDC no. And omo ko do NDC. Obi a ne nkwa nyina ya NDC. Never tell NDC. Omo aba no omo a
to survivor.
Enti we ya ekwe esa yefidie. A big trap for NDC. When boys we need time go phone no omo tra ho nche. A few days they move on. And then omo fi so ye buy be binti ye ko. E kira wanya they get out.
But what it would also mean for the NDC is that Ombe has so meet me at to
that is it. So meet me satisfy omo ba no. And let for the buy this no. There's also a trap. That guys we can't control them. Until MPP be a kasa on fan so a national chairman so a wine. He doesn't care because on a certificate without you he can't survive. And the echo anymore, and this will have the same problem. Say, now they begin to talk. Where are they? Where you know? We need to craft an I west. And the son name I been no, and yet Trabuswa say, and this one the care. I bet you koso. You go be a lecturer. Now or can someone on so. Oh yeah, difficulty. Who dare you? And so what? Omo tro no mo te brofo no mo school no. Omo care who is you. Ba yenuma e bi yima de be have no. Afro continue me different be ya. E kira de. Untumi. There na de me. Udinem who it o kana sema or can blood send the tia no kana. O be defend it because odi obaka do ndi oka. Or was aka say white. And the echo, you know, at this time, FA. Oh, we never be told about side. But you should be careful.
But what is it that the NDC is doing right for all the indicators to
Now,
be showing towards
they are in power. This year, some party are because MPD are they may know. Doing your who?
Yes, but the MPP left power. Almost
they move before they left power. Nothing on go.
That's why they lost massively.
They moved before they left power. And we know I don't know where research no. They left before.
The party no
in fact, NDC Yadaji from 2022 coming no, I never say you know that was where NDC take over. But now they were running the economy. The only canon now say I say you yano. Indeed, and they are worse. And we need biano, I worse. Obesu, and you can be a catcher. That is why politics now, if they could not moment man, yeah. Share first now, and people lost power. So, post another one. Now, we'll take comments. And they share social media.
A ye kakra,
because they thought said no. And never be a Omoka society and I feel I said just at the gradually, now Akufuado first I don't care takino ye did a terminal now it's gradually a drop from a cracker from it's NDC for no kind I didn't see a mamma for your John Bayano if they could not moment man ya that's a woman of interest for you'll get out because I don't have a permanent job I want to have permanent do a transition what done if baby and Abaha. Hanya, no one they will go back. Or they move to another party. But unfortunately, we can't have third party.
But the MPP setup currently, you have they don't have a national chairman. There's an national chairman. But they don't have a national chairman. From general secretary, national organizer, virtually positions Oba regions, the young people are taking charge of party. The then are still mabuno free ho.
I need you. Everybody can free no free ho. Nobody can free ho. At what year? So the year. I didn't say a hana be boame. Menya juma ye. 3 shift. On about 3 shift. Me ti fie me school menya juma ye. Na so ba fon pam yensa. Joe bia be yensa. Minidi. Minto atade nche. Minto nso no. Enti me bejana na one more 3 shift no. Ma wuram. Na mu metra na said, "Mi fi bia ba." Na wo so mam 3 shift. Na manya 3 shift na. Ba so be na so mtra. Enti we na aba no. Obu dika firi mu deda. Enti omo betrim, ayeso mo tim. But omo so hwe ne o ka so do ma omo no. Omo sabeka. If you're able to go through implementation now, some can some will stay. But the only year I hear the I go get I first say the year in charge of Greek the you. I will come here in charge of Greek because me many won't my chaffee. Ow. So who had a chair go get it? Had a chair. Why you minister of Greek? What's one chance go get obu for a beche why it means that I didn't air cost mean say I could holds with the bat now.
So whilst the signals are good, as I saw
some year juma to maintain them. And just a temporal.
Got it. So 2 years ago, those ones I say conform da. After research na edi ho dance mu nyina mo say enye mo wanwa which means mu hu say the AC no e dey na mana basa
I go me that say share tea for so NDC when they buy Jerry John Rawlings.
Yeah.
Jerry John Rawlings, ebedi ade no wadi sen. He was a complete youth. I have one attend this MPP, and then a group of persons. Virtually, no money I am paying for that.
Yes.
And naturally, no, not idea be. I will say, and paying for association as against youth. Now, me free time now, Rollins stay NDC during this dispensation. Now, who says NDC ye or national executives, Krana chairman, no, yeah, usually more money fee. No more the youths, no, actually, so much. I am no more bonded. Ye, SNNPP, I usually am paying for one. And that trend continues. And the Mekaisa 208 Professor Mills won elections. Madam will be Michael or Charlie or Gosso. So Tiamin or Hank Obedia dance. I told him, say, just after Professor Mills' appointment, me who send people and careful. Professor Mills' appointment be breaky MPP down. Why? Because Prof. Ebeyi the over experience, over expertise, and the near fit as minister, no ye Accra youth as deputy. And the one as Obehuno, some of these young persons and Omumwa Pega Abedru, this time I be minister. See, Kofi Antwata Prof. Freeman John Mahama Bayano, also by when 2012 elections, he followed suit. Do you be able to say the current vice president? We in the UCC no appointing as Minister of Education. And what do we to say Samuel Okuja to Blakwa, Ebeshenasi, Okuja to learn from this woman. Police of Ofuzuka chair, Omoko opposition or Tewa Lance. So this a year or bar parliament.
Right, he was Deputy Minister of Information
under John Mahama.
The first.
Yes, Mahama free solo. Me pa just say no any parliament.
No.
And the virtual or but you see something. May analyze it, baby. Why is it that John Mahama won this election or no often as government spokesperson or communication spokesperson? Because on my builder, I'm on some expertise, some experience. And this is what is lacking in MPP. MPP, dear, no, I say a quo. Yemfa bi meshemu per se. This is said you nipa ni ho. Say bi awa film anabi bi atesa. But yes na one, you don't build confidence in the youths. You don't build trust in the youths because bedu wetia at the end of the day the power craba on kan ho bi. Eyan kokrafo ne mrowafo na. Akojo me kai say John Mahama when we interview because Dr. Kwabena Dufo. Omu bisa no say, oh, adana ni a person come no ba appoint a finance minister be run finance. No also yanyini. I'm quoting or paraphrasing what he said. Also yanyini ye mu apagya. Ya ye ba ya be ye bia. Ya training ebi monso. Nti maye ntechiri. Na nkura ne me take a seat no. Na omo chia ya tenetene wo. This is in NDC. It is not in MPP. Akrana kraya ma kwa ma won tenase. So we are sana. Then you are draining off the youths towards your side.
But some of us have complained about the MPP structure, where as a suddenly omoma and mabunu no take over. And some of us felt that the direction was not good enough. And you're excited about it. You have a general secretary who is less than 45 years. You have a national organizer who is less than 45 years. Virtually, MPP for you who are we? The flag bearer is even young, relatively yes. A younger person.
The current situation.
Na me ba be si de wa be so and de wa kan so. Look at this the rank between Professor Frimpong Manso.
Frimpong Boateng.
Frimpong Boateng. And the General Secretary. of MPP. Clearly, you see, say, Professor Frimpong Boateng holding onto the hardcore beliefs of the MPP, say, I am paying for, and Kurankura will do a Mombada, Benyansa Beno. Because he makes that statement.
The comments
he is in the open, clearly. Now, as to say, or you're right and I want you right, they may me for free money say, this is a party. We are youth no one careful. They can never raise you well for you to also mount or climb the stairs up to the highest level. What I personally foresee, and it's the NPP no more rely on the fact that elite class from beginning. What that kind of as a right or as of rights. Intend to mean free and sada. So we can do whatever we want to do. One, between NPP and NDC leadership, and this MPP for one shouldn't a foot out. I'm telling you, some of us, many per se, many women couldn't come. They will never listen to you. Even if you have a very positive and cogent information for them. You don't belong to that class. But you go to these people and they are there. At the end, Beba said, Obi to say, no, may their soul rest in peace. When crashy by Papa Ahoy. Who was saying, okay? Was it Rollins catcher and say, oh, making sure so be pochi every
Professor Mills.
Yeah, Professor Mills na catcher. Obe pochi every Nook's president to the NDC. And he did same. And when a man, they were all in NPP. Let me tell you, from the beginning of Haruna Idrisu, Legon, he was in NPP. But they all defected. Why? Because they said they're not Papa in the house for the back say NDC line, MPP line. And yes, I was saying, you, we are penina. Peninin free, Musa were free, I go Kurana, Sebu, while losing a cry, and you're the mouth. At the time, be a basana, I said the rap of Nipa. We should be fair and frank to ourselves. Line Titia, and the line Anthony. Meaning, I would do any more. The Adeba open our open. Then I'll be this one. Your call supermarket cranny and try the act. They would the cube is right to me through with the.
No correct.
Absolutely. So that is what happens at NPP and Now we about the free SHS a year on the buy. Free SHS is a program. Nanka said to make youth no more onto NPP. But it didn't. And it never did. Now, personal research work I made leading to 2020 elections. I met all MMDCs. One time, the Umbishia Santasi Hobebi, leading to the 2020 elections. Mekachi almost a per research work within schools. I'm a lady. And the facts are clear. So, my careful, no youth, free SHS beneficiaries in Kwan, but even in 2020, MPP was likely to lose the elections. But that's all kind of. What time?
But what would have been the basis? Yama education, which is free. The Adena say ye kotwa bawo sa ehonwa still MPP enya support.
Thank you. So through interviews and others, information, factual information, material facts in your free and mofrana be hono. And ana your breeding common. Wabe school 2 months. Abe stay on campus, let's say so a border. Wamakwan ebetenafi more than 2 months, it will fee 2-3 months, or call extra classes. Otua transportation, or the kekambu more. It is even more than Senka, you're charging the school fees within that space of time. 2. You look at the problem of implementation of the free SHF from onset. It didn't assist or support survival of Nkrani. Why? There was problem of feeding across the schools. Aduane ni bi eba nso enye papa. And this is a fact. Who na akọ so who pay for because even yes I water system no then you withdraw. Emofra yi bi this ebi mo fa kwati kwan omo ton bread nketenkete na ya keka abomo no. Kwati kwan e wo schools ni bi de ko wura dan ne hall e chi ba bi. Na oma kwodi koko a sugar enim. Na oma kwa akoto. Eno kura di agro na ehu a eno so ye say punish. So that student no will not love the system. Why is it that my best school mama koko sugar enim? Bread and kaho. Me kope bread and so aton so masa konya amane. The possible. You look at when a school baby and aduane beba into halfway the semester. Na had be at to can in mother schools ehwe so obenya aduane abra na nkra. Nti mofra bi it was a reported issue but it was true among some of the schools. Na bit midi cocoa, breakfast, lunch, supper. All these now boswa. And to kwana ne mofra ne kodi nkomo a I'm telling you make one of the most renowned SHS in person mebodian boys school kumasia nkura ne bi ka kire me say sanye introduction pa omoye ma ye say you were even once here and no ncheniye because I was just saying oh yeah man free education very nice you don't pay fees whatever. And then the boy who reported that to me said, after from dining hall, who knew 10 cities as of that time leading to 2020 elections in American you. I will almost say, the remaining lessons in the equal common one was it one ladder. So all these things were not something na ebwa. Ebio rakojo enkrai be even up to date. At that form, the boarding systems, infrastructure deficit, as against the major or the core reason for the implementation of free SHS was to increase enrollment in terms of numbers of enkrano dodo na beko. Na dodo na beko sebi what that happen o se waware ema miensa obi a wo miensa onso dan ba single room one bed ehimfa na mo ne mo mane bed. So that kind of NPP can consider to increase infrastructure, expand infrastructure first before considering expanding enrollment. It was also a challenge. This is where Ayana Mituchama Adokofo, Dr. Adokofo. Yeah. I remember he said that emphatically. So let's consider this thing after a year of ruling the country. But the president then didn't push it. Yeah. And the Nina Babe Puli and to NPP say, Ase Modoyen, and so in the minds of Emofrano. And not leading into nano elections. Nano elections are better. I told some of your sister media friends, and they said, I knew for sure that John Mahama Bekche, Dr. Baumia, more than votes Nana Nakufu at the train in 2016. I wasn't surprised. It's not a matter of how MPP is taking it. Say, and Croft one anchor to everybody voted. The next what will away. But this is a genuine concern. Now, I will say, make a point to be back with you. Say, at an hour, say, media may NDC, me moja NDC, may MPP, me moja MPP. Did they ever call NDC monument found on the idea? Hey, one day they will come to power. On Baba before the moon. The Omobe and say, yes, saying, Yenina will suffer. So there's the need for us to be concerned about whether they are in government or they are in opposition. Sarabaya, Omunyina be well shaping. A Drew Senia to Abama or more, Ababe boy. MPP must seek to integrate very well the youth concerns as against empaying for Nkwa. Empaying for no to Drew Babia, Master Omunya selfishness. mpesa mechanic record you
Pesa
me kuminyane pesa menko a udru ba bia unse dan hia no ma bi and the appointment na kura ye den mawa asese otime sechere ka se o ba bia ma dru de me da wase na nka mamofra ni bi my young people ni bi mre aha na ya me ya for MPP because me hwe the omo de MPP buy no okay Professor Dubois hene Dr. Kofi Apraku, President Kofo, Jake Mensamo. Nipa na me ya kura mi hu se no odi o machi kurekura mo bag koba. Aya kwabena je Japan. And this is a man MPP should have groomed at this time and guys were holding the fort of MPP. But you know, whichever means I mean, I settle now. I don't know him anyway. But how abofra vibrant youth no nru baby no di o mati koba na edru baby no hey na kwaye nkokora afo nkwa na then there's a problem. I don't see why that could be the man see na Akufo-Addo's term of a senior minister and abo safomafo no akwa go the position white. Use that to have stayed behind and then grown the youths. That mo power and the more power. Munti means save be for the rest of your life. And mama frano so mem. This is the hallmark of MPP. So man here, it will be a major problem. Share MPP, MPCB, Bravo. Ebi ya merewa for to the extent so kasakra bones and no utumo wa ya brewa they should stay back and let the youth take forth the seats na mo mfa mo nim de amwa so mo anya ne saade a going across the country seeking for power here and there a strength in so na wo ne nkokurafo ne merewafo nkwen kumase nkwan kumase metro kwa ka say o call rounds so usisi nyina be chiachia. Not let alone the Ashanti region and then the entire country.
Right, Yaguso Ayedi Nkomo Ewo mu Daybreak Jumedi or Fache Television. So we are active on social media, Fache Television on TikTok, Fache Television on YouTube, Fache Television on Instagram, Fache Television on Facebook, Fache Television on your X platform. Ebiano oni eni Nkomo on your multi-TV dial. On your digital platform, Fache Television, and pay Edi Auto Car Rentals Adaroma, and the offering Ebro. Edi Auto Cars Rental Adaroma, 178 yawa. Se wabidra santimante mukumase, na uhia car, edi ayo round sa. And the Edi Auto Car Rentals in Nkomo. The cars are insured comprehensively. Se de beya, utim na den namwa. You are sure. Se di biya simpwa, bambody. One afa. The comfort of the vehicles is what I always talk about. Se utinaka nimna edo namwa. And I who say ote car papa. Car papa ebo amnemu a. Who say car na perform. Ba unti wo yonkum. Edio to car rentals. And anope ye come for amount. Airport runabout Kumasi. One ben DVLA. And children's home. Abri bia obebabe du Kumasi. Na here car. Ebi a okoye business esese oko sunyane esese oko Cape Coast wanya bedu Kumasi ne de esese e ma oka papa na unya wa asumdue na ede wakọ ede waba Edi Auto Car Rentals na anopay woboa ema yede ofen ebrel. And so for your pickups just give us a call. We are a stone away from the airport. Na yemra mefa yemfa nante na unso unya nije ewo visit for the bar santimantem. Whilst you watch and pick the numbers on your screen, for those of you who are listening, 0244 063 391, 0244 063 391, 0266 439327, 0266 439327. Edi Auto Car Rentals Adaroma and a day of fame ebro. And when for yan twan common so mami misa kwayo se ohwe adwuma Dr. Mahmood Bawumia ye before the 2024 election and after the 2024 election, bridging the gap, Christian community, Muslim community, and they said, who say, Jennifer also. The survey suggests something else, that MPP is losing track in the Christian community, they are losing grounds in the Muslim community. How so?
KOJO me da say, in fact, the research tells us that asori sem, any kremu sem, asum sem no. I said that barrier.
Yes, the other reports that have come suggest that and no major.
Any major. KOJO, can say apart from free SHS, some bra digest the whole matter seriously. Who's the economics? Because research you're running in 2016, the results will be different. And I'm telling you, sir, if we are to run the same research in 2027, and then probably the results will be different, depending on the performance of this current government.
Okay.
So, this year, the results were mainly due to Nanado's immediate government. So, I didn't hear. If you say, KOJO, that's why I say, Obianya free SHS. But Upe fear, economic wise, ne papa ho chire no, ne mama ho chire no, and ye may be bad. Definitely, family in this stand can affect the child in the home. And the way almost you run a country with the whole financial sector, the economic factors, no, and a major factor, and ama youth, no. What they saw in Nanado's government, they are all moving, tilted. And then again, with the promising a year Mahama Edeba. Who's who in the government, the first 2 years, who goodwill? Now, some goodwill, none of was ultimately exploit the year. Like my senior brother was saying, Omaba, it looks like a trap. Where do you sustain the momentum now? The same group was shift. May one thing I'm mentioning in this fourth republic is the Ghanaians vote on protest. Ghana for vote in a protest. Obama we face corruption and those one. Then they shift. You boys are and yet because probably the opposition is good, but because you are in government, you are not delivering. 80. Let's try. Nanado, people had a perception about Nanado. Or call how many times? 3. And now, Yamayadum or Lucy at the time of Lucy or Winnie. Look at not Doomsa Yakum. Mama first Doomsa, then I grew. It affected the country economically badly. At that time, I was about to start a business because of the Doomsa. I couldn't start. I stopped. So, it's in the can't want to start protesting. You to tear. Any Nanado buy. Despite Nanado's policy of free SHS, Nini Niema Bebrino, who's at 2024 Korano, then easy. They almost lost parliament. 2020, thank you. 2020. They almost lost parliament. They got a 37 now. And the Buga in Yamanema Kakrabe.
137.
Aha. So, but Putin was the first time, Nanka Ocean and now the policies of free SHS are now what you mean rolling, and in Yamaka crowd, but NAPCO was in session, all those. Nanka, yes, but then I don't know, pie. Edi KOJO MPP, Jumai. Candidate, Baumia, I was so much work to do. Because me, I didn't know about these two political parties, they say. NDC has a solid base than MPP. Oh, yes. Okay. Over MPP, I'm about to say now, I can also say they appeal to the middle class, well-educated elite. But they saved easily. They saved easily. And it's a base no year that corner immediately I was starting somewhere near Mabasa. They think and quickly they shift. NDC it was solid base. When you take the whole country, They don't care about policy. They don't care about tribal. They don't care about anything. They are there. And party Nebia will be. MPP will be. NDC will be. But NDC the is solid compared to MPP. And our MPP base, mostly Ashanti region, part of Eastern. Who owns the NDC, MPP winning election now? Probably about 3-4 regions be and they're solid. Under Nanado, look at how he treated Ashanti region. The whole regional minister was called. Onka 4 major projects were in Ashanti region. He couldn't mention.
Yeah, but yes, sir.
We are here. Look, just and no one you cannot travel 300 meters on the road without bumping into a pothole. You can't get any first class road in Kumasi. Mama Kumasi, you cross it. Meanwhile, more strong base in here. Apart from President Kufuor or these interchanges. She said, I do not understand. Senanado can run a whole 80 years and they don't do any major street in Kumasi. Not at all. How? I can share the quiet runabout. It is and that's a runabout. I can motorway. Look at what he did and left. It is a whole running your mind say where you have your strong base. Why employment no armor, basic infrastructure armor. You see haircuts. Generally, the economy, everything was bad for your strong base. What I say? Once you lose that, so I said, anytime NDC wins 30% of Ashanti votes, when the election, they win. Avi, almost you have any season in Ashanti region? 10 or so. 6. Is it 6? Yeah.
7.
Initially, but at first, in common traditional Indian Kabe, Aswanse, but New Edibiase was one spot. And not yet crossing from 3 to about 7. It tells you something. But unfortunately, no, Yana Omo Enyintum. And I could just see when we come to the youth aspect now, boss a lot of the executives being part of
the youth generation.
The youth generation. How often do you see what was their performance? You hear from them. Justin Kodia, General Secretary. Akufo-Addo Badru in Ayantini Kasa one crowd. Justin is too slow for my liking as a General Secretary. He didn't perform at all. Look, Yenaya can John Wedu. But we could see who John Wedu was acting. Working. He had the balls to express certain things. Justin Kodria was fully controlled. My brother was mentioning Professor Fibon Boati. Usha na Akufo-Addo Abainima. And Penifo Kran Diana Enka. Omu ye good also maintain you na okike omo. Professor Fibon Boati was one. Why was Nana Akufo-Addo and the ABP still insisting Professor Michael Kwe be speaker? Administrate now or bad this is why? And whilst you were in government and you had slight majority to even take the speaker, it was given to NDC. Or MPP Niamano, that's what I'm saying, that Dr. Bawumia has a lot of work to do. He needs to communicate differently to the youth, say. He's on their side.
How would he do that? Mr. Uzuansan? Yeah. How would Dr. Bawumia drive the youth force?
May your project be, I hope to finish by July ending. And I would communicate to NDC Fiber Obaba and the Bawumia. If they want, me means you'll be also. The thing will be on my hand. Your penno, make an A. Same as your project. Fiber is me, you your penno home. Or on frame. No mubia. In fact, where you cram another movie. A whole lot of package may be a oha. Or money or be a crowd in my house. And we are presenting to you who we are going to the city.
That's
so you no. Then all we and that.
Na sa brabo aye boy di obi di obehye.
Any
baby adu
to appeal to them nyina yan dache. And I say NDC anya opportunity at this time. And at this time no, it's a big trap. On the pa. Three shift no. Omo nyine si ya. On pa. Three shift no kwa ntwe yo. Omo nya bre e three shift no ye. On pa. Omo nyine si ya. Omo si ya. Se research we no next year. In the following year. I'll be best. Se abanye mo kan so be ye no. Na ye use some of them o kan ti aye no. Se nya no kore. One is fuel. One is fuel. Now social media you play back from here to Ukraine 7,000 kilometers into Enfant bomb bia to ha and you put room. Now
no credit is a bomb bia
to ha. Then a bomb to ha. And they bomb to ha.
David.
Now the fuel cost. Now obia that time who say oh no fee say ba me am boa. So we no time pro. Okay. So the fuel no way. Nti ene obi a kan no fuel ka ho na dollar ba form ye helo omo. Hard hold it. Then I'm going to tell you, I'm not telling you, so and did they slip away. On the jadio, on master of travel, or party in a day. Woman, I did the Anaka. When I did the Abeka. When you're dear, was Ako. And when a temporary basis, there are things party meaning in no. Youth no, you know, manantino. Opportunities. Build some. Do I find them a Obi see you when Timia one person come. One person come say. I don't see you shall corner her and I will enjoy. Or mumpo of a party no. Now all pressure or MP for so and name minister for so, but almost enjoy pie is you for look at their pay. Look at their pay. Who don't quite make us bachelor. In my book, you I am a young papa.
I didn't know what buffalo ness I owe.
You see, Bowen Sam Kakawanyano. Boys, and was now, yo for no. Do you remember here, Scabby Hill? 100 cities, 1,000 cities, opportunity way, Asa. No more ye did what she. A boy, yes, Scabby Hill. Aye, one moment yet, no more. Do you know me or no, George Boom? No one can hear. Monje, we uncle, no more do she. Yes, sir. But oh, what one you know, who some of party members no one, who do what you know. What do you think? At the end, this is one of my hundreds is a whole. Walk up. And the Oma wants them. Party and CCA, and this do the same thing. You do the same thing. Oh, from Monfa. And boys in from Monfa. Don't say to be among boys in your bread, Omcas. Monfa. But times I town there, a jam kura no offer do it. Offer one offer. Now offer me say, but they know on your position from offer. Sir, don't go there. And the ain't chop. Omon bini and the overturn. The woman be a no more years or me, dear. This year, Choma. Obi.
Gordon. Quite well, SSA NDC Faso and maintaining. Now, how would the MPP attract the youth? Edi Otoka rentals at Daroma and the door fame bro. Quite ben na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia position ho. Quite ben na new leadership na bano. Ten necessary.
Okay. Okay, you may say. Me free say both parties in MPP and DC no. Baako ya de na youth in the bad side. The other side na so suya. no de kakra ka ho da bia me ka se teacher ni a me free so ye teacher ni papa no ane de ni mistakes a ye students or ye no wa correct no de aka ne strength a no ye student no na eboa no or the bomb the man student wa produce the best student even above himself. And me free say Dr. Bawumia and Dr. Bawumia, the flag bearer, should position himself as against the previous flag bearership no yeah now the Lucy 2024 elections, especially in respect of the communication side or base. Because I believe NPP as a party had a national communication officer who was not Obitesa Miracles Abuaji. But throughout Dr. Bawumia's campaign leading to 2024 elections, the face of the communication was Miracles Abuaji.
Yeah, because he was the spokesperson.
To the flag bearer, but not the communications officer of the party.
Yeah.
Two distinct things. And no maybe a elite ni bika yeti an American. You can't, you know. And yes, wa meji the two no krampo. Wa ma the answer says e wo ho na betena the answer wo ho no.
So you know so nya adwuma. Nya adwuma de obeje adwuma ye.
Adwuma no.
Richard Akias.
Adwuma no. Adwuma no but the woman say you push the person to work. Because the flag bearer now, I believe you become the pivots, the fulcrum, around which you direct, you become the director of the party. So when then you may be mistaken. Ebio, adia ba ko ebo na na Akufo Addo so kakra de when 2016 elections was about language, when to use language, when to speak a particular language, and where to speak it. They said, yeah, untimi me jina say flag bearer ntino. Wa ba ha kejeti ha be shia ye. Amango ase boys ye shia. Kuma say you boys. Now by I when na be cambrofo. We will not mind you. O de twi no kura won ti te kakra wo te na ne yanka. Na Akufo the first 2 times we lose you. Excuse me, I'm humbled. Or chin neighbor. As one teaching. Kumasi anankro for the country. O package ti anabe cambrof. Okay, neighbor. Baby. And don't say, oh, who is anankro for coaching across that country? Then the tree no crown sign. Because na Akufo the country, not John Mahama country. As a sub, you John Mahama, your can neighbor. As an the main party and say they should integrate all the major languages. So now Brofo Kakrebi Abekano take us and find somebody in the party or be communicating very much in that language to the people. My main cast in Binchero. Once I can different your languages need to differ. Asante tree, Fanti tree, Bono tree, let me tell a Krapun tree. So go by bit is a typical bono. I can't bono language, you know. Typical bono. Now, what cancer and dear? As anti-tree in America. Abra, oka bono nanke be favor or more, you know, ama acceptance na higher. You may be losing in some way, some percentage. Although, you know, they all can what you say, a can language. But they are dialect. Adia ba kwa mpese Dr. Bawumia embrace very well a bit me acting youth ni bi aba ne side ana nipa ni bi aba ne side. The use of language, the correct time to speak a particular language to the people. What could be to say domain crew? No akwa jina wana wo Cambrof. Kwa jima me former MP omutu ne nanu. Other na one share man no money be or one and crofo and cambono, said the city. What could be a bit to say, Fante? As I saw to me, a hunusa, you know, now tone. A bill, Rakojo, The me free say NDC and so bet me I maintain numbers. And they say, frankly speaking, some of the major promises that John Mahama, the president, made at Tonkrofo team, he said they're not rapping in Ekano. For example, the Jumapa program. The Jumapa program is aimed at facilitating and creating and tracking and mentoring at least 10,000 youths. And the me person me demensaye ebia eche ana na ode me yewie na me kosua wie na menya ho akade de bia business wakome nipa na kam. So they should maintain that 24-hour economy. Almost promise almost nancing some few weeks ago no almost say launch obi ahwe eno de akra ye nwo no kra mpo hwe anim. Yanya yawe and the encounter. I'm fry young woman, or more share say a beba, including the ruling party and then the opposition party and Crawford. Say 3 shifts now, 24-hour economy day ban. At least minimum say an open kamena kakra because sorry, I could do 2 o'clock.
No, but it was exciting.
Yes.
Because me kaisa na mami ejuma wo Guinness. The fan of pa early for the omoko. Ewia na ye de omo ba na omo ye de omo kwa ewia so wo ho anwumre na ye pon. In fact, Kumasi Rivoli na ye yisini ewia. Ti ye pese ye kohwe ewia de na ye ko Rex ewia na ye kohwe club ya na ebi ko mo de anadwi at a point na Kiravi na ewia de nso wo ho a amanfo eko. Nti every time business was booming.
Yes.
Omana ewo timber industry fa bi no mo kwa adwuma no pa ebi kwa awia ebi kwa nwura nti obi koro
no
obi so ba nti no kra ne say so omo be ya ka kuri ke enye bad kra.
Sure. And look, there's not a matter that they can brag. It's not a matter of even helping maintain them on the seats, but a bit boost the economy. A bit more be a one high kakra. Me free say enye adwuma ne say wako school na bo tie na wo ne nam na wo koba. And they say people have freedom of movement in a manner say oh tones ya when say had ye nipa twam time bia in the zone crash all the back there 5 nation and he kra nso because a better also business no you get something out of that and nyina bet me free 24-hour economy no afei omo promise of national apprenticeship program omo de free technical vocational education but in addition to free SHS and anakufu out of the buyer is also helping. You see, so then it can also help them. Then the last one, 1 million.
Mami announce phone line whilst you talk about the last one. Abusianfo amoaje bre na mo hwe edi auto car rentals adaroma near the ofen ebrel. Also betimi afra no pay na watch radio. The numbers are on the screen, but if you are listening, 020-633-4646, 020-633-4747. Ubetimi afra na oni edi nkomo godin.
Yeah, the last one I brought for you, that come once here. 1 million coders program. Okay, our mobile or anticipate some training every year. About 1 million youths, Ghanaians are. Or mobile decoding and coding, software development, and digital marketing. This is what is running the world today. So mutimia na youth bebre are training omo in this up to this number 1 million per year for 4 years. You can anticipate the base overbuild for your party within 4 years, if indeed they're able to do it. Now, the amount of any promises in it comes with money. Ebesi obiso. Ebiane koko sikaya pay 2 weeks or so ago. You see a tria and so and for complaints in tria. Ya triampa, you could see one.
Yin tria, I know paying como mudiniches in tria. Hello, good morning. Bajo down where the need you.
Empanyimfo And some to a machine home. Home by a trap. One now, any more. The cuckoo, but ako doku atiam na ap daw ya na ya papa ya serapenu omunye kuku mfama ye asi
Yes, yeah, that's it. Anope. Hello? Hello? Okay, but you'll be to me at your house.
Okay. Because the American say, how the digital world is moving in terms of the marketing space in that. So I buying up Shabowi. Now with me this so. Now you be with me produce.
Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Hello?
Hello, Kojo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Jankoba.
Jankoba, ain't you?
Kojo, mama mo no abejo afọ abaso na mentia asantema ku ka odeno kokuya piana. Na ma wusu bempa na ma oku na lawyer kinsi bon street. Eno ma kansempa na Kojo eduru bi agana ensem ha. Ni mentia se. Yenti kremu na Rwanda bini na beka say umo sika di say 1.5 million Ghana cedis umo reason di koma kuku afọ ba ye kuku afọ beto say na yen san kan sika enti sa asem no beka enti na ekokodo di dom na on de beda ya na to say me mentiasi u say udi kuku ya teswa fa obi any problem yes sika na mato mun ti amaye na system no munye de na awukire omo udi ase say agree Saturday eche say mo groben go eze na to Brian to kashu yento bibia jinsamo odi azie ika brona ye bia na ezen ka ban o to de ma school for ye mofra ni dinu school no ise na ko kre bru free China na de bre mofra no nti bru 40 cities kwa ho na ebe to twa o ka roba ya rawusem odi mo foti kana mara eno an obi ni mo nyechi so yenti o ya ban obia ni o se wa anti di kura obia ni problem koku ke ni bia ni problem ba mo foti ma to mo foti kana mara enso akasere ka bosu me na ibusu me and me and Sani Adini and somehow.
Medas Anope. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Nanama Ejapoma says greetings to Bra KOJO and Bra Gordon. The MPP gave the youth many opportunities during their term. Nana Kwesiewua was the CEO of PMMC. Good morning.
Good morning.
Openi down when did you do?
You're from John Aquam, Catasri. I'm on your south. Pancho. Mama Bana some different Kona, Ontekan, Ohen Untiaka. The friend by Aquapon Chilean. Johan Office Cano Emre. No more Abamon Penny for Bena, Bosona for Yentianka. I carry Coco, there's 4 months in me entiaka better no kura ni watimi anya bibidi akodwafo ade akofa bibidi abrenema ndi mama abana so nti se kokoo no efre no ana ontiaka
Medase Anope and Nanama says many of the MPP youth were on board contributing to national development. Please let us not portray a narrative that if the youth wants to be rich fast, the NDC is the right choice. Good morning. All right. Teacher Constitution says MPP celebrates Ghanaians getting free education, NHIS school feeding program, youth employment. Well, no wonder all NDC strongholds are poor in terms of development in Ghana. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Openi Yenti.
Pachobo ko madam. Ano ko misya cham ano mo kifu ni no. Ne ajma mo bo.
Yeah, that's the Anope. Masaud Kumasi Bantama says the NDC have proven at all times that they can never be trusted when it comes to issues of national interest. The party na there's a call for no unti na media no hun komo na baby ane na mo ano. Yeguswa yedi nkoma no pay Fache Television so Daybreak Jumedie na yede ebro. In all of that discussion, the share report my worry has to do with the religious bit. Because Dr. Baumia enters the churches and they give us an impression that they are accommodating him.
That is the word.
No.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
I'm listening. I'm chairman of my deals.
Pacho Yitio.
I want to say, Coco, Yamaya Mokin, Sako, some your mokin. And yet, me know to see me say last week, no, me free, Divoire by. Like, they are not even buying that for Yen Tonkasa, Yen Top, with a man friend, how they talk. Yamian to make a move, go on, make a say, I'm a career, and something. But a year I find a fault, giving us a very good idea, your push. I find a quite can be answer one tiasia, Ubu Gula, Ubu, Coco price of Mugas, so what is so proud of the Akari initiate? No. I guess I nice I buy no a decided open. Or by 8 months, Poyini say, you will say, Yatiso, and yon Tiso, I didn't. I am an on the Yatiso, be as no Diga, or Peso, or Boca. It means people who once then got on a man on 50 pesos. Only said that. That's not buying no intimate. It means that I buy no fuck minus he can and Chemaco who for Debbie. The identity of one year say a day. And a cigar, some no they can know they think they are not buying it. Yen talk, then yen talk. This is obey them. Office can know if I am. A handshake.